Hello and welcome to Are You Ready Tarot. My name is Jennifer and today we're going to find out what you need to know, collective. This is a collective message. This message is for all signs. We're going to find out what you need to know at this time. Heavenly Father, can I get a clear message for my collective? What do my collective need to know at this time, Heavenly Father? Clear message. Message for my collective. Okay, we have two. We have books. Your life purpose involves writing, reading, editing, or selling spiritual-based books. So when it comes to your life purpose, you may be writing a book. You may be reading more spiritual-based books. You could be editing, like they say. You could be working where you edit books. But it's about you obtaining some kind of knowledge, some kind of understanding. You could be reading the Bible more. It's something involving your spirituality and books. Then we have power animals. Your animal spirit guides you as a guardian to you and is helping you with this situation. So whatever it is you're going through at this time, your spiritual animal is guiding and helping you along the way. Let's get one more. What else do my collective need to know, Heavenly Father? One more. Some of you can be using crystals that wanted to pop out, but it didn't. We have vegetarian, vegan. Fresh organic fruit and vegetable gives you a boost of high self-force energy. High life force energy, sorry about that, which elevates your spiritual frequency. So some of you could be eating healthier. Some of you could also be fasting is what I'm hearing. But what you need to know is it's like some of you are on a spiritual journey, a spiritual path, wanting to be elevated spiritually is what I'm getting. And it's like this is the direction you need to go. You need to learn more, read more about what you are in search for when it comes to your spirituality. You may need to do some purifying, some cleansing, and pay attention to the animals that you're around, like that comes around you, or your spirit animal. You could be seeing like your spiritual animal. And it's like pay attention to when you see them, what's going on around you is what I'm hearing. So let's get some more information in regards to this. Heavenly Father, when it comes to the collective spiritual growth, spiritual elevation, what is it that they need to know? When it comes to the collective spiritual growth and elevation, what do they need to know? Message for the collective when it comes to their spiritual growth. We have the Seven of Swords, the Ten of Swords. So it's like whatever you have been letting deceive you, you're putting it into that cycle. Whatever it is you have not been paying attention to, what it is that you feel like whatever lies and deception you may have been perceiving in regard to your spirituality, you are letting that go, is what I'm hearing. Message for the collective in regards to their spiritual elevation and growth. Yeah, see, we have the Star. You're letting that cycle in of you not being sure. You may not have known what you wanted from your spiritual journey or how to start your spiritual journey. Or you could have just been saying that you had already reached where you wanted to be spiritually, but you're putting it into that cycle. You're not deceiving yourself anymore. You know that it's more to you and your spirituality than what you know or what people have been telling you. It's like you're wanting to learn these on your own. And with this Star card, it's telling you to remain open to your faith, to let your spirituality grow, to seek the guidance from the divine, from source. And that way you will have, with this Nine of Cups, you would have that emotional fulfillment. You know, is that spiritual elevation. You will be able to grow and know that you are emotionally fulfilled in your ability to be more at peace with your spirituality, knowing that you're closer to the divine, closer to God, is what I'm getting. You know, being fulfilled that you're on the right path, you're doing things that you need and want to do when it comes to your spirituality. We had the Magician card, so that's also like manifesting the desired outcome that you want when it comes to your spirituality, taking the steps needed to learn as much as you can when it comes to spirituality. That's what I'm saying with the books and cleansing yourself. You could be you're in search of more knowledge when it comes to your spirituality, and putting that knowledge into practice is what I'm hearing. Putting that knowledge into practice, so you could become emotionally fulfilled when it comes to your spirituality. Now, this is the King of Coins. The King of Coins have everything they need in the material world, but since we're talking about spirituality, being in that sense of being grounded, spiritually grounded, having all that you need, having a connection with the divine that is one of stability. You know, that your faith being strong is what I'm getting. And see, we have the Eight of Swords at the bottom of the deck, which means that you're going after this with passion. You're seeking all of this, the information that you can in regards to your spirituality and what it is you're in search of. Because I feel like you're tired of feeling unsure. Like just going by what other people say. You're putting it into it, and you're seeking your own knowledge, your own understanding of God, of the universe, you know, of what it is to be truly connected with the divine, with God, what it truly is. You're seeking that out for yourself and not letting anybody tell you, you know, because some things you just don't believe what they're saying. You know, you want to learn this for yourself. So you're putting a cycle to being able to be deceived when it comes to spirituality, or, you know, how people could say, well, you're not spiritual because you do this, or, you know, you're not spiritual because you don't do such and such. But, you know, that's their way of thinking. You're trying to find out for yourself what it truly means to be spiritual. What God truly wants you to do is what I'm getting. Let's see. When it comes to this spirituality for the collective, what communication is key. So like, it's time for you to start talking to the divine. Talk to God. He will answer your prayers, like answer your questions that you may have when it comes to spirituality, your spirituality, or being closer to him. You know, your true connection with divine is the one that you and him have together. Can no one truly tell you your connection with God, because they don't know what's in your heart. They don't know what's in your soul. Only you and God know that. So you can't let people deceive you thinking, oh, well, you're not saved because you don't do this, you don't do that. You not you're not spiritual because you don't do this or because you do this. That's not for no one else to say. That's between you and God, is what I'm hearing. Bring love into the situation. So have that open communication when it comes to your spiritual path, and ask God for that guidance. Ask Him for what it is you feel like you may be missing. What else? What else do the collective need to know in regards to their spiritual journey? Okay, that was too many. But honor your feelings is on top. So be true to yourself. When you're talking to the divine, be true with how you feel. What are the questions that you want answers to? Because one thing that I have learned, when I pray and ask God for guidance and answers, He always gives me my answers. And it could be just from somebody else saying something, like you ask a question like, what's my purpose? And somebody could say, well, Jennifer, you're really good at talking to people, or you're really good at making people feel supported, or you're a good listener, So it's always something. When you ask divine for questions, He always gives you an answer. And it may not be the answer that you want sometimes, but it's always an answer to your question. You just got to figure out how can you make it where you could better understand the answer that He gave you. Because sometimes it's not the answer that you want, but it's because you're not thinking the way you need to think at the time. Balance spirituality with practicality. So, it's all about being true to yourself, because God already know who you are. Already know, your inner self. God already knows that. So you have to be true and practical with yourself, because God already knows your heart. He already knows your soul. So the question is, okay, sorry about that. Heavenly Father, when it comes to the collective spirituality, what it is that they need to work on. Heavenly Father, what do they need to work on when it comes to their spirituality? Purity, so it's being pure, being pure with what you want, what you are desiring at this time when it comes to your spirituality. This is also in regards to purifying yourself, doing a cleanse. You may be fasting. We have surrender at the bottom of the deck. Surrender for this growth. Surrender to the divine. You're seeking guidance, so surrender to the guidance that's being given to you at this time. We have 26. That number stood out to me, so you could be 26 years old. And be open to the abundance and beauty of this spiritual journey, is what I'm hearing. Like, be open to this. It's going to open you up to enormous growth, abundance, and just being spiritually awaken. It's bringing forth a sense of light. With this beauty, it's like a light within you, being beautiful inside and out. This spiritual growth is going to bring forth a new way of thinking in your life, a new way of being. Let's see. What else do the collective need to know? When it comes to this spiritual journey, this abundance, this growth, this surrendering, this new path is what I'm hearing. Because this purifying, you're purifying the old way of thinking for a new way of thinking. New possibilities is what I'm hearing. So what else do the collective need to know in regard to this spiritual growth? We have creation. I have the power to direct my life. With the constructive attitude, I create what is best for my soul. I firmly believe I can transform and improve my inner and outer world by turning my thoughts into affirmative action. I act in the image of God and bring light into my life. See, you're creating you a whole new world that's going to be full of growth, full of abundance, because you are surrendering to the divine, seeking that knowledge here and now. The future does not exist and the past is gone. I focus on the present moment. I have confidence in my life again, because here now there is no danger. Everything happens when my soul is ready. And see, you're saying you're ready now for this spiritual journey, this spiritual growth. Okay, this is the last one. Manifestation of light. I see the beauty in me. So you're going to see the beauty in that spiritual growth that you have. I see the beauty in me. I grow and develop my inner self in harmony with light and beauty. I free myself from negativity. My heart transforms. My intelligence shines, and my inner light grows. So, collective, that's your message. And you're going to be very grateful. Gratitude at the bottom of the day. Very grateful for this spiritual growth, this spiritual lessons, this new way of thinking, and what it's bringing into your life. You're going to be very abundant because you're clearing out all of the old energy, all of the old way of thinking, and being open to a new way of thinking, letting God handle your battles is what I'm hearing. Some of you, are realizing that God can handle your battles better than you can, and that all to itself it's growth, it's maturity, it's understanding, and it's a beautiful thing. So collective, that is your message. Thank you all for joining me. Hope this message resonated. If it did, please like and comment. Let me know how. Subscribe to the channel if you feel inclined to do so. Again, thank you, and until next time, collective, be blessed.